What's going on, Patrick? You all right?
Yeah.
Got some search warrants for your property here. We need to come in and talk to you, all right? Okay, let's go on in.
This is 59-year-old Patrick Scott. 6 months after his neighbor, 17-year-old Valarie Tindell, vanished, police are finally at his door. Patrick wasn't just her neighbor, he was her boss and her best friend's grandfather. When asked about her, he had an explanation.
So you give me some names a little bit.
I only know the one boy. I don't even know him, I just know the name.
A story that sent police chasing leads far from this house. But as deputies began searching his property, that story came apart, because Valarie didn't run away. And the secret of what happened to her was waiting, buried, on Patrick Scott's land.
It wasn't gonna happen.
What'd you do to her? Tell us what you did to her.
Things got out of hand.
On Wednesday, June 7th, 2023, 17-year-old Valarie leaves for work in the small, safe community of Arlington, Indiana. Almost immediately, her mother senses something isn't right. Valarie never works Wednesdays. She tells herself not to panic. Maybe Valarie is with friends. Maybe she's out on a date. But as the night drags on, concern turns to alarm. She calls Valarie's boss, the neighbor across the street, 59-year-old Patrick Scott. When Patrick tells her Valarie never showed up, the panic sets in. Something is wrong. Since they are family friends, Patrick and his wife rush over to the Tindell's house to help find her. But the following morning, Indiana State Police issue a silver alert for the missing girl.
She is believed to be in extreme danger. She is 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighs about 160 pounds, with brown hair and hazel eyes.
Patrick insists the teen has run away from home, further deepening her parents' fear. But it's a claim investigators can't ignore. Days later, investigators receive a crucial lead. One of Patrick's clients mentions overhearing plans for a lunch meeting between Patrick Scott and Valarie the day she vanished. At 11:23 a.m., Valarie texts Patrick. This prompts a formal interview. Patrick Scott is no longer treated as a witness, but as the last person known to be with Valarie.
When was the last time you saw Valarie?
Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday afternoon. Where did you meet up with her at?
South High Gardens.
South High Gardens in Shelbyville.
Yes.
Okay. You had the truck and the car, both at
South High.
At South High.
Right.
So what did you drive there that day?
The truck.
With your trailer too?
Yes.
Okay. How did the car get there?
I had moved it there like the day before, 2 days before.
Why did you do that?
Because she was going to take off.
Patrick first denies seeing Valarie. Then his story changes. He admits meeting her, driving her around, and dropping her off in Homer, while claiming she planned to run away.
Okay, so you're at South High Gardens mowing grass.
Yes.
And she shows up in her car, her green Honda Accord.
Right.
Okay. And what? She got in the Ford Taurus with you?
Right.
And you guys left South High Gardens?
Right.
Left her car there?
Yes.
Along with your truck and trailer?
Yes.
Okay. And what happened in Homer?
She got out of the car and got in with another guy.
Okay. What kind of car did she get in?
It's just kind of a pale blue car is all I know. I have no idea, I didn't see him.
Okay. Why would her phone ping location on the way to Arlington still? You said you dropped her off at Homer.
Uh-huh.
That's not what the phone tells us. The phone tells us she was closer to Arlington when the phone went off. Why is that?
I don't know. I never took her back to Arlington.
However, Valarie's car had been found at an apartment complex with the number plates missing. Patrick admits to driving the car there to hold it till she returns.
How did her car get there again?
I moved it there.
So when did you move the car there?
Thursday.
Thursday. Did you remove the plate?
No.
Okay. You did not remove the plate?
No.
Okay. Who do you think she may be with?
I have no clue.
Give me some names though. You give me some names a little bit.
I only know the one boy.
And what was
I
his
don't
name?
even know him, I just know the name.
Patrick claims Valarie was upset over a breakup. They reconciled briefly, but it ended again a week later. 2 days before she vanished, the boy came to collect his belongings.
Then there was the other boy. There was another boy she was talking to on Tuesday that was giving her shit because he thought they were going to have a relationship, and she said no.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't tell you who his name is.
Okay.
But investigators begin to see a different picture forming. For an employer, Patrick knows far more about Valerie's personal life than expected. Photos later found in Valerie's room show her alone with Patrick at an aquarium. Her parents had allowed the outing only because they believed his whole family would be there. The images suggest otherwise. It appears that Patrick was more than just a boss.
Because right now you feel like you may be in some trouble for whatever reason. It's time now to be cooperative and help.
Because
anything else that happens to this girl, it's not going to be good for you, possibly.
Right.
Okay. I mean, you've already delayed our investigation. Okay.
But I don't know. I really don't know where she's at. I really don't.
What Patrick doesn't realize is that detectives already know more. He had installed the Life 360 app on Valerie's phone, giving him access to her live location at all times. And Valerie's brother and sister-in-law report seeing Patrick on his lawn at 2 a.m. the night Valerie disappeared. He was dismantling parts of his garage and setting them on fire.
I don't feel like you're being super honest with me. I think you know where she's at.
I don't know where she's
Now,
at.
if you want me to be blunt with you, I think you know where she's at.
I don't.
One way or the other, I think you know.
The interview ends without answers, but the detective knows Patrick is hiding something. Valerie's former boyfriend confirms Patrick's story, saying she talked about running away before she vanished. On the surface, the investigation appears to stall, but attention begins to narrow on one detail: the phone Patrick Scott purchased for Valerie. Each geolocation draws investigators closer to the truth. A social media photo posted the day she disappeared resurfaces, where Valerie's orange nail polish stands out. A small detail, easy to overlook, waiting to matter. On July 10th, 2023, Patrick is brought back to the station for yet another interview, but this time, the stakes are higher. Detectives aren't coming empty-handed. They arrive with 3 search warrants, and one of them is for his DNA.
So the first one that we'll do is for the swabs in your mouth. The second search warrant is for the address of 2366 North Oak Street.
Okay.
For the property, okay? And the third search warrant is for 2394 North Oak Street, also in Arlington, for the property, okay?
Okay.
That's what the 3 search warrants are for. If I ask you questions today?
No, that's my attorney now.
Okay.
With the warrants in hand, investigators hope this is the break that finally leads them to Valerie. DNA swabs are taken, properties are searched, but Valerie is still nowhere to be found. Over the following months, detectives execute more than 50 search warrants across Arlington, chasing every possible lead tied to Valerie's disappearance. 5 months pass. Valerie's 18th birthday comes and goes on August 29th. Then, on November 28th, officers return to Patrick's property. This time, they place him under arrest for concealing evidence.
Yep. Sheriff's Department! Just chill, just chill. We're not gonna knock it. We're not gonna kick it in. Just chill. We're not gonna kick it in. Don't come to it. Hey, Patrick. Hi, guys. What's going on, Patrick? You all right?
Yeah.
Got some search warrants for your property here. We need to come in and talk to you, all right? Okay, let's go on in.
Another search warrant follows. What investigators uncover changes everything. On a lot owned by Patrick, adjacent to his house, detectives notice a fresh dirt mound scattered with debris. Digging through the soil, they uncover a homemade wooden container, built from OSB and 2x4s, wrapped in a tarp over 5 feet long. Inside are paperwork and several VHS tapes. They keep digging. A second box emerges, nearly identical, duct tape sealing every seam, yet emitting an unmistakable odor. When the inner black plastic is opened, human remains are found. The orange-painted fingernails stand out immediately. It isn't confirmed yet, but detectives fear they've just found Valerie. Patrick Scott is brought to the station once more. This time, investigators are no longer asking questions. They have answers.
I'm going to tell you everything I know, and we're going to prove it, all right? But what I want to know is the why. And what you want to tell me is, I'm sitting here watching you tear up right now. You want to tell me the why, okay? So, does that make sense?
I guess.
I'm not trying to be a jerk to you.
Then, the tone shifts. The investigator pivots from conversation to confrontation.
You drove Valarie ultimately back to your residence, okay? And you arrived at your residence at 12:59 p.m., okay?
According to Valarie's phone data and a carefully constructed timeline, she was with Patrick and driven to his residence just before 1 p.m. After that, there is a gap. What happened in those missing minutes becomes the center of everything.
That led us to today, in which we found the box with Valarie's body in it behind your shed, okay? That we talked to you earlier about that had the porn videos in it.
Had what?
Had the porn videos in it.
The detective reads Patrick his rights. The interview enters its final phase. Denial is no longer viable. This is the moment confessions are born, or forever withheld. Patrick learns that the detective has picked up his wife Linda to be questioned as well. The implication is clear. She might share the responsibility for whatever happened on June 7th. Silence will not protect anyone. The investigator appeals not to fear, but to conscience. To whatever remains beneath the facade, Patrick has maintained for months. This is the last opening he will be given. The strategy works.
I got carried away.
Doing what?
Huh?
Doing what?
Doing what?
Just lay it out to me. Lay it out to me. What happened to her?
She tried to blackmail me into buying her a car. It wasn't gonna happen. Things just got carried away.
Well, explain that to me. What's that mean? Does Linda know about it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nobody knows.
It's your chance to tell me what happened.
Patrick begins to speak, not in emotion, but in justification. He reframes the violence as something that spiraled unintentionally. He claims Valarie was blackmailing him for money. What emerges next is the confession.
A belt.
Okay. And then what'd you do with it?
I moved her into the office
Okay. How long was she in there?
till the next day.
Okay.
It's gone.
Okay.
And in that moment, the crime shifts from the act itself to what came after. Her body is moved into a back office where he leaves her overnight. The following day, Patrick constructs a wooden box. He purchases materials from a nearby Home Depot and methodically assembles it piece by piece. This is no longer panic. This is planning.
I just made that box.
Okay. What about the hole?
The hole was already dug. But it wasn't for that, it was because I was going to throw concrete in it.
What about the other box?
Just put shit in it.
Well, did you build two that day?
No, just built one.
So you strangled her. What room were you in when you strangled her?
Right there by my bedroom.
Valarie's body is placed inside the box and buried less than 100 yards from her own home. As details accumulate, the investigator dismantles the story to clarify what went on in that room.
It was mine, I had it on.
You had it on? Okay. So explain to me what happened there in that room. Like, how'd you get the belt on her?
I was fighting her off and I took it and threw it around her.
Why were you guys fighting?
Because she was trying to take her clothes off.
Okay.
And it wasn't going to do it.
Okay. And then you guys got in a fight, and then what happened?
I put it around her neck and I held on to it till she quit.
Okay. And what'd you do afterwards? Did you still wear it afterwards? Like, did you still use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What Patrick first described as an accident now reads very differently. As he speaks, there is no panic, no visible remorse, only explanation.
Gotta bother you, right? That you killed Valarie?
Well, I wasn't too crazy about it.
Okay. All right, Patrick, give me 1 second and we'll be right back. You want a drink of water?
The confession is complete. With it comes formal charges. Investigators later determined that on 7th June, Valarie was inside Patrick Scott's home, directly across the street from her own. They find no evidence of blackmail, no proof of coercion. What remains is a confrontation inside that house, one that escalated into murder. Patrick Scott later accepted a plea agreement and is sentenced to 57 years in prison. Valarie's parents had worried about strangers online, about boys she did not know, about dangers they could not see. They tried to intervene. They tried to protect her. But the threat was never distant. It was familiar. It was trusted. It was across the street. And by the time that truth surfaces, it is already too late.